Hello, welcome back to the channel guys. Today we are moving further with remaining part of the citizenship. In the previous video we have discussed about the right of citizenship of those persons who are in India and in Pakistan at the time of Indian independence and at the time of commencement who are eligible to have Indian citizenship. According to Article 8, we are going to discuss about the right of citizenship of certain persons of Indian origin residing outside India. Notwithstanding anything in Article 5, any person who or either of whose parents or any of whose grandparents was born in India as defined in the Government of India Act 1935 as originally enacted and who is ordinarily residing in any country outside India as so defined shall be deemed to be a citizen of India if he has registered as a citizen of India by the diplomatic or consular representative of India in the country where he is for the time being residing on an application made by him. Therefore, to such diplomatic or consular representative, whether before or after the commencement of this constitution in the form and manner prescribed by the government or the Dominion of India or the government of India, according to Article 8, the person who himself or whose parents or any of whose grandparents was born in India as defined under our Government of India Act 1935 as originally enacted and who is ordinarily residing in any country outside India. That means he is not just for that time being, but ordinarily he is residing outside India. For getting Indian citizenship, he should register himself under diplomat of India residing in that particular country or the consular representative of India in the country where he is residing at that time on the application made by him, whether before or after the commencement of this constitution. And for the persons who are residing outside the India after or before the commencement of the constitution in any form manner prescribed by the government, he should register himself in any form or manner prescribed by the government of the Dominion of India or the government of India, because after the commencement of the constitution the elections are to be held and then government of India was to be made. So in any manner prescribed by the government of the Dominion of India, the interim government or the government of India, the person is going to have the Indian citizenship whether he is residing in India or not, because the persons who are not residing in India at that time are also having the right to citizenship in India because they are having Indian origin. According to Article 9, till now we have discussed about the rights of the citizenship, but according to Article 9, the person who are voluntarily acquiring the citizenship of foreign state not to be citizens of India. No person shall be citizen of India by virtue of Article 5 or he deemed to be a citizen of India by virtue of Article 6 or Article 8 if he has voluntarily acquired the citizenship of any foreign state. It is very simple that Indian citizens, if they acquire the citizenship of any other country, they are to be lose their citizenship. They are not considered to be as Indian citizen even if they have acquired the citizenship according to Article 5, 6 or 8. Continence of the rights of citizenship. Every person who is or is deemed to be a citizen of India under any of the foregoing provisions of this part shall subject to the provision of any law that may be made by Parliament continue be such citizen. In Article 5, 6, 7, 8 we have discussed at the commencement of the constitution, But what about the continuance of the rights of citizenship? Every person who is or is deemed to be a citizen of India under foregoing provisions of this part they are subject to any law of citizenship which made by the Parliament of India. According to Article 11, the Parliament have the right to regulate the right of citizenship by law. Nothing in foregoing provisions of this part shall derogate from the power of Parliament to make any provision with respect to the acquisition and termination of citizenship and all other matters relating to citizenship. According to this article, the Parliament have all the right to take all the decisions by making law by for the acquisition termination of citizenship. And one of such example we have all witnessed is the riots we all have seen in 2019 for CAA, that is Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. And once it is an amendment act, the original act is 1955, the Citizenship Act made by the Parliament. One thing you all must have noticed that all these articles talk about the citizenship at the commencement of the constitution. What about the citizenship after the commencement of the constitution, which is dealt by article 11, which said that which gives the powers to the parliament to regulate the right of citizenship by making law. The Citizenship Act was made in 1955, and after that various amendments were made in that. Such amendments were in 1986, 1992, 2003, 2005. The latest was in 2019, which was a very, very debatable amendment. According to this act, there are 5 ways of acquisition of citizenship and 3 ways to loss of citizenship. According to section 3, the acquisition by birth. Till 1986, any child who is born in the Indian territory is considered to have the Indian citizenship. But after that, on 1st July 1987, one parent must have Indian citizenship. But after 3rd December 2003, both the parents or either of whose parents should not be an illegal immigrant to have the citizenship by birth. And according to section 4, citizenship by descent, the person are having citizenship from the parent. Till 10 December 1992, the person whose father is having Indian citizenship is eligible to have Indian citizenship. But after 10 December 1992, either of whose parent is having Indian citizenship can have Indian citizenship by descent. But after 3rd December 2003, if a child is born outside India and one of his parents is having Indian citizenship, they must register their child within 1 year of his birth that the person is not having the citizenship of any country, is not having any passport of any country and want to have Indian citizenship. And under article section 5, registration is a process by which person of Indian origin can have Indian citizenship if they married to a Indian citizen, if they are residing in India for 7 years before the registration, and the person who are not of Indian origin but of the citizenship. Or according to section 6, citizenship by naturalization, when other person renounce the citizenship of other country and they want to have the citizenship of India, they can get it by naturalization. But it is not applicable to those country citizens where Indians are prevented to have Indian citizenship. They have to work in Indian government or they have to reside in India for 12 months before the date of application, and they must have intent to reside in India as an Indian citizenship. According to section 7, citizenship by incorporation, which means when the territory is according to Article 1 Clause 3, when the India captures other country territory, what about the citizenship of those part? It can be dealt by Parliament by making law, and it can be seen in Pondicherry and in Sikkim's case when the citizenship is given to persons residing there. And there are three ways to lose the Indian citizenship. Firstly, renunciation. When the person declares that he is no more an Indian citizen, then the Indian citizenship is renounced. The person is no more an Indian citizen. The second way, according to Section 9, termination. When a person voluntarily acquires the citizenship of any other country, then he is no more an Indian citizen. And third, according to Section 10, deprivation. When a person is having Indian citizenship by fraud and he is disloyal to India. Third, communication with enemy. When he communicates with enemy countries, and he has been convicted for 2 years after acquiring Indian citizenship, within 5 years of acquiring Indian citizenship, then according to Section 10 they are deprived of their Indian citizenship. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you like, please hit the like button, and for more such videos please subscribe the channel and also hit the bell icon.